you do start to get, the fact that you are single rams down your throat an awful lot. So I went home the other day, and I'm sat in the living room watching TV, and you start to hear a kind of noise from your housemate's bedroom. And you start to think, it's fine, she's just making the bed. In a particularly energetic and rhythmic fashion. But it's fine, she's making the bed. And then you start to hear giggling, at which time you think she's making the bed in stone. That I can cope with. My small mind can cope with this fact. At which point you start to hear giggling in a kind of higher-pitched, almost moan-like fashion. And you realise it's not giggling you're hearing, it's something altogether more disturbing, particularly if you've met my housemates. And it's horrible when you're sat there and you have the fact that they are actually having sex. It's constantly shoved down your throat. It's really awkward when you want to offer her and her boyfriend a cup of tea. Admittedly, I probably should have waited them to finish having sex before walking in there branching the kettle, but it was the only way I could make it stop. But because of things like this, I have no self-confidence, no self-esteem, to the point where even my imaginary girlfriend is a minger. And she dumped me. By text. I do lead a bit of a sad life, I've got to admit. I mean, it's not that my past girlfriends are anything special, they're not, and I don't really want to be particularly mean to them because some of them know where I live. But they do make Heather Mills McCartney look a little bit like Mother Teresa. One of them in particular, we now know is a fascist. Didn't know at the time, should have realised when we were curled up on the sofa watching Schindler's List and she started laughing. Should have kind of twigged that one. The other one, is there something about me that screams bunny boiler? We all familiar with the term bunny boiler? Yeah. Right. It's when, no, well, ask your mother. She might know. Judging by the look on you, she probably does. It's when you come home and you realise you've got the 50,000 texts from her asking you where you are, why you aren't talking to her, why you aren't at her door right now, trying to serenade her with some kind of weird romantic love song that you've made up on the spot. And you open your bedroom door to find scratch marks from the inside that you start to think something with the relationship might be a little bit weird. But it is quite depressing being